Good evening, everyone. It's your girl, Anya Smith. Welcome back to Ghosting with Anya. I'm your host, Anya Smith, also the author of Anya's Ghost Stories, Volume 1 and Volume 2, The Return of the Dead. Hi, Chris. I see you as well. So, I got tea going. It probably just got done. So we have a new story for you guys. It is called The Lantern and Widow's Field. This is a new story, guys. So I hope you guys like it. So anyway, we will be doing this for like as many as possible, like as much time we can get. So, I just want to say thank you guys for being very supportive. We just got back from taking a little walk around neighborhood, especially down the road from our grocery store called Baker's. So our new house is getting cleaned up, getting repaired, and we saw was some paint bottles, like actual paint buckets with paint brushes, that sort of thing. And, you know, our house is getting cleaned up, so we're working on that. Well, the professionals are. So I'm here at the podcast um, from my own house. This is like my studio, but it's actually my house right now. But I will get the new studio at the new house. So let you know how that goes. But the professionals are working way to others. So they're working on our place and they're working on our neighbor's place as well. So anyway, yes, so we have a new story called The Lantern and Widow's Field. It's something to do like some kind of spirit that is literally haunting the actual freaking field. I don't know why, but a spirit with an actual freaking lantern, it's almost related to like back in the 1800s when there was a lighthouse somewhere in Florida. Um, but there's like a light keeper had an actual lantern that used to signal sailors or something, and he had two little girls. Um, they passed away at the lighthouse, and the light keeper also passed away. It's been 200 years, but they're still haunting the place. And this is what the story actually looks like. But it's an actual field, like almost like a, I don't know, a little farm field or something like that. But anyway, let's get started on the story. Um, I hope you guys are having the best night of your life and staying safe. So let's get started. Just get something to drink, eat something, um, get under the covers, and please click like, share, and subscribe to Ghosting with Anya. So this is my channel, and I hope you guys are having a wonderful time and get some spooky on. It's a ghost story, and it's supposed to help any of us or any of you guys get some blood boiling. So let's get started. Um, we're still on season 5. We're on episode 123. Um, so let's get started. Just sit back and relax, and let's get started on the story. This is is going to be an amazing story of your life. You can get some goosebumps with it, and you can leave me comments down below if you wish to. I would love to hear from you guys of the story. And yes, my eyes go different directions because I'm tired. I went some shopping across the street, got some stuff, and cooked dinner, cleaned a little bit. So, yeah, let's get started. That's good tea. I love drinking tea and doing podcasting. So let's get season 5, episode Widows. Let's get started, guys. Jackie and her cousins had grown up hearing about Widow's Field, though none of them had ever to agree on which version of the story was true. Some older relatives said a farmer's wife had once wandered the field at night with a lantern, searching her new hunt. Others assisted trying to find the road home. To the younger members of the family, the field was just one more piece of inherited folklore, dramatic and gloomy, perfect for testing. Definitely a ghost story with it. I don't know which version, but let's find out. So, leave me a comments down below if you like this story. If not, that's okay. This channel for you guys. Let's continue on. Reunions. So when Jenny, Marcus, and Lily were talking late one autumn night on their grandmother's back porch, it felt almost inevitable that someone would suggest going out there. The moment the words were spoken, everyone laughed too quickly, as though humor could disguise hesitation. By midnight, the three of them were crossing the pasture fence with flashlights and trying not to look nervous. Wow. Even I'm getting goosebumps about this. Well, let's go from there. So I hope you guys are having a lot of goosebumps. If you really, really love this story, please let me know in the comments down below. I would love to hear it. So sorry if I'm saying it a million times, but I would really, really love to hear your opinions about it. Widow's Field lay beyond a line of bent cottonwoods and a shallow ditch that always smelt faintly of mud, even in dry weather. The moon that night was little more than a thin haze behind clouds, and the field itself seemed larger in darkness than it ever did in daylight. Marcus kept making jokes because that was what he did when he was uncomfortable, but Lily had already gone quiet. Which Jessie knew was a bad sign. Halfway into the field, all three of their flashlights flickered at the same time. The beams dimmed, strengthened, then set to a weird glow that barely reached ahead. That was when Jesse noticed another light moving in the distance, small and steady, and warm in color between the rows of dead grass, like a lantern carried by someone walking slowly. This is definitely a spirit that is walking through fields with a lantern. I think it could be a woman. What do you guys think it is? Let me know in the comments if you see it. Agreed.
Yeah.
I mean, literally, guys. If any of you who's out there watching the show right now, live streaming, as I'm reading this story, let me know in the comments what you guys think. If this might be related to a real life event, what happened hundreds of years ago, now is a good time. So, anyway, let's continue on before this video kind of blacks out a bit. So let's get going. Marcus called out, assuming at first that they had stumbled across a neighbor. The lantern stopped moving the moment he spoke. For several seconds, the field went utterly still, without even the rustle of wind through the grass. Then the light began moving again, this time not away from them, but across the field in a wide arc, as though the unseen person carrying it were circling rather than approaching. Lily whispered that they should go back, but Marcus, eager to prove there was nothing supernatural about a floating light, started toward it. Jesse and Lily followed because neither wanted to be the one left alone in the dark. The farther they went, the less normal that night felt. Even their own footsteps seemed muted, as if the field were swallowing sound. Wow, this is so fucking weird. It's cuckoo in the head, but if I were Marcus right now, I would literally, I don't know, listen to my cousins, my friends and family. I would not want to go out there, but still, I would just listen to my relatives and stay away from the haunted fields. Like literally the widow's field, I'm thinking. But yeah, I probably would. So let's continue on. When they finally reached the place where the lantern should have been, they found nothing there. No person, no prints in the damp soil, no oil smell, no heat. Nothing that could explain the clearly seen movement of a light through open ground. Marcus swore under his breath and turned in a slow circle while Jessie scanned the darkness with her failing flashlight. That was when the lantern appeared again, now far behind them, near the line of trees where they had entered the field. Lily made a frightened sound and grabbed Jessie's sleeve hard enough to hurt. The three of them could see it plainly. A yellow lantern swaying at shoulder height, held by someone too dark to make out. Then, very slowly, the unseen figure raised the lantern higher, as if signaling them to come closer. Something tells me there is a woman who died of a broken heart when her husband went missing. She was looking for him, but she couldn't find him because she died of a broken heart. Her missing husband literally was never found, so no wonder why she passed away. Instead, they ran. The field felt wrong beneath their feet, uneven in places they did not remember crossing. And more than once, Jesse nearly went down in the tall grass behind them. The lantern did not chase exactly, but it remained visible no matter how hard they ran, drifting alongside them at impossible angles and never failing or falling behind. By the time they reached the ditch, Marcus had stopped joking entirely. Lily was openly crying. Jesse glanced back one last time before scrambling over the pasture fence and saw something she never told anyone for years. Beneath the lantern light, there was a face. It was a woman's face, long and pale, with hollow eyes and an expression of such fixed grief that it looked carved rather than living. Something tells me this woman clearly wanted to know if her husband was still around or alive. How could she find him or not? That sort of thing. That is the reason why she was out there in the fields and crying and maybe looking for her dead husband. Perhaps maybe he might be dead by now. But it's been like, what, 200 years that shit happened?
Yeah.
It probably has. Their grandmother was waiting on the porch when they stumbled back into the yard. She did not ask where they had gone, because one look at their faces told her everything. After making them sit down and drink water, she listened as Marcus did his best to make the story sound less panicked than it was. When Jessie finally described the lantern, their grandmother nodded with an exhaustion that suggested memory rather than surprise. She said her own mother had seen the same light once as a girl and had been told never to follow it because it belonged to a woman who did not know she was dead. According to family talk, the woman had searched the field for someone who never came home, and each year the searching made her dimmer and more desperate. The field kept her movement, but not her answers. I'm guessing this woman does not know that she died. She literally has no idea that she's dead, probably from a heartbroken. She's looking for her husband who never came back. Perhaps he was kidnapped and killed somewhere. No wonder why. He was never found, and then she was never found when she died somehow. But nobody knows. So let's continue on the story. It's somewhere nearly done. For years, the cousins avoided discussing that night because naming it too clearly made it feel too possible. Marcus moved out of state. Lily refused to go near the back pasture after sunset, and Jessie became the only one willing to admit aloud that they had not imagined it. Then, at their grandmother's funeral, many years later, Jessie found herself standing on that same porch as twilight sank across the fields. Out beyond the cottonwoods, a small warm light appeared and moved slowly through the grass. It did not approach the house. It simply crossed the field, once paused and lifted as though acknowledging her. Jessie stood silently until the light vanished, and for reasons she could not explain, she raised her hand back. Wow. This is the saddest and freaky and creepy story I have ever read. So, basically, those kids decided to, I don't know, investigate the field called the Widow's Field. And they want to investigate it and find out who this woman was and why was she searching for her dead husband. Maybe she thought her husband was still, I don't know, at home or whatever. I don't know. She was waiting for her husband, but she went searching when he went missing. So she died of a broken heart. That's what I think. Do you think this woman died from a broken heart?
Probably.
That's why they called her the widow, because she lost her dead husband.
Yes.
We don't know who this husband of hers was. We don't know who she really was. I mean, I'm thinking she was the farmer.
Probably.
I mean, literally. I mean, her husband was pretty much a farmer too, but then he went missing one night and she searched and searched. She never found him. So she died of a broken heart.
Mm-hmm.
She became a widow and then she died. Perhaps. Anyway, let's go with the questions. I hope you guys are having major good night. So it is almost 7 p.m. It's like 6:57 p.m. So let's get started with questions. Would you have followed the lantern into the field? Well, if I were a farmer or one of those kids, yeah, I probably would. I would literally want to find out what is going on and why this woman appeared out of nowhere in the middle of the field at night. And I think maybe she was looking for a dead husband. She has no idea that she died. And those kids don't know what the hell is going on. They're too scared to talk. Perhaps, this woman thinks that those kids might know something, but they don't because they're too afraid. Maybe they're afraid to talk to this dead woman. Somehow this woman maybe chose those kids to communicate with them. She wanted to know if those kids knew where her husband was. So I think those kids don't know anything. They're still processing, even when they're like in their adult lives. So, I mean, if I were them, I would literally want to find out. Even my husband would do the same thing. He's back in the couch right now in the living room, probably listening what I'm saying. Even my little baby kitty. So yeah, it is kind of sad that this woman is literally stuck in a field searching for her husband every night, like every year, that sort of thing. So it's the anniversary of this dead woman searching for her husband for like centuries. Anyway, let's go to number 2. Why do you think the lantern kept changing positions? Perhaps maybe this lantern somehow thought, well, this woman with the lantern thought that the husband was at home alive, safe and sound somehow. Chris, what do you think about this? Why do you think the lantern kept changing position?
It was trying to get people's attention.
Yeah, that's possible.
Yeah.
I think it probably wants people to get acknowledged. Even this woman is trying to ask for help, even though she has no idea that she passed away.
Yeah.
Like centuries before. I mean, before any of us were born. So let's go to number 3. What is scarier, being chased or being guided by something unknown? Well, I think being chased by something that you don't know what is actually out there in the dark, in the middle of the field. And, but yeah, I think being guided and chased at the same time might be both. But I think being chased is a lot scarier than being guided. So let's go to number 4. Do you believe the woman with the lantern was harmful or simply lost? Well, my guess is that she's lost. She's not harmful. She's just looking for her dead husband. So my answer would be simply lost. And Chris, what do you think?
Probably simply lost.
Yeah. Because she has no idea that she is a ghost. So, who those of you are watching this, same question to you guys. Do you believe that the woman with the lantern was harmful or simply lost? Let me know in the comments down below. I hope you guys are, just, being very brave when I do this podcast every night. It is 7:03 p.m. now, so I'm nearly done. So let's go to number 5. We have like 5 questions left. Why do old family stories sometimes turn out to be true? Well, the reason why is because it's actually based on real life events. These stories actually come from real life events, like a woman at night with a lantern looking for her husband and he never appeared out of nowhere. So this woman somehow passed away, being a widow, never gotten remarried, never had children probably. So she died as a widow and of a broken heart. And from then on, she literally decided to go to the field every night with the lantern looking for her husband. So yeah, I think it's true because kids are scared when they go out there at night, and when they see something they turn back and tell the grandmother about it, and the grandmother somehow knows about it, but she was too afraid to admit it. So here's number 6. Would you have told everyone exactly what you saw that night? Yes, I probably would. Would you?
Yes.
Here's a question. Would you have told everyone exactly what you saw that night?
Yes.
I literally would. So, I hope you guys are, just being very brave about it, listening, everything. And I hope you guys love this story. All these stories that I've been doing for like entire year grabs your attention because I got into this so I can, make extra money so I can, provide for my family. This is what I do. It's what I love. Even my husband supports me. My whole family supports me. Even my friends. So I hope you guys are being very supportive. So I hope this can grab your attention. So let's go to number 7. What do you think the lantern meant at the grandmother's funeral? I think the lantern somehow literally maybe recognizes the grandmother or something, or the grandmother's house or whatever. Even the woman might, but maybe the grandmother somehow recognized the spirit of a woman who died centuries ago, who lost her husband and was looking for her dead husband. No wonder why. Well, same question for you, babe. What do you think the lantern meant at the grandmother's funeral?
To always keep the light on?
Yeah, agreed. I mean, I don't have the best answers, but I'm trying my best. All right. Why do some hauntings feel more sad than evil? Well, it's sad because this woman, we don't really know her name. We don't know what she looks like. Maybe a young woman, perhaps maybe my age. She's sad because she lost her husband. She kept searching, but then she couldn't one day, perhaps. She was so sad that she died of a broken heart. Her heart was literally broken because her husband went missing and she never found him and nobody found him. They've tried finding every bit of the field, but he never turned out. So this is why she died. It's so sad and freaky at the same time, but mostly sad. It's not evil. The woman was just lost and confused and doesn't know that she has passed on. Maybe she recognizes the field because this is where it happened. This is where she died, and this is where she's trapped and she can't move on until she finds her husband. That's why she's still there, lingering around as an earthbound, because her husband never turned up. So that's why she died, and that's why she's trapped, and she's reliving sorrowness, all the sadness, and her missing husband. This is why she can't move on until he's found. All right, let's go to number 9. Have you ever ignored a warning because you thought it was just a folklore?
Yes.
Yeah. But for me, I mean, I was very skeptical at first, but then everything changed. I mean, If I want to listen to a warning, I'll listen to it, but I have ignored it. I didn't know what it would be like until decades later. I have been told by a lot of people, like kids or adults, like when I was at the community youth center called Preston back in my hometown, they pretty much believe in all this shit. I didn't, because I was skeptical and I didn't think it would be that legend and funny shit. I mean, I thought it would be funny, but I didn't think it would be true. But now it is true. All right, so we've got one last question before I sign off. So this video can be a little bit short, but we can go through another one anytime. If you saw a light moving in a field at night, would you investigate? Yes, I would.
Yes.
I totally would, even if I wanted to. So, I mean, if we ever done that, but yeah, we probably would have. Anyway, I hope you guys like this story. And had some very straight face, not, very scary, that sort of thing. But I hope you guys are doing all right, staying safe, not going outside at night alone, especially with like creepy lantern coming through. But okay, so it's about 7:11 p.m., which is like 11 minutes after 7. That's all the time we have now. So I just want to say thank you for listening and thank you for participating.
No problem.
So I just want to let you guys know that tomorrow I'll be doing episode 124, and it's called The Snow Outside the Bedroom Door. It is kind of creepy and strange at the same time, so I hope you guys are doing okay. Be ready for tomorrow at around 6 p.m. in the evening, and we'll let you know how everything goes when we go check on our apartment, our house in the townhouse. So anyway, just want to say thank you. Have a wonderful night. And we will see you all tomorrow at around 6 p.m. at the same time as always. So please click like, share, and subscribe. And we'll see you all tomorrow on Ghosting with Anya. So tell everyone about it. You can scan the QR code. It'll take you straight to my YouTube channel, which is right here live stream, Ghosting with Anya. Please tell everyone you know. And so please click like, share, and subscribe. So good night, and we'll see you all tomorrow on episode 124, The Snow Outside the Bedroom Door. Have a wonderful night. Bye.